Good morning, students. Today we will study social science unit number 1, remaining part of the Rajput age, new rulers and states. We will study states of South India. The states located in the south of river Narmada are called southern state. In the 8th century, many small and large dynasties became independent in South India as well as North India. Let's obtain some information about the dynasties like Chakulia, Rashtrakuta, Pallava, Chola, Pandya, and Chera. The first king the first king of Chalukya dynasty was King Jaisingh. In 540 AD, Vatapi was made the capital and a separate independent state was established by Pulokeshi I. This dynasty is known as Chalukya dynasty of Vatapi. Present day it is in Badami. In this dynasty, there were important rulers like Kirtivarma, Pulakeshi I, and Pulakeshi II. When the power of Vatapi Chalukya was weakened, one of their branches was established in the region between Krishna and Godavari rivers. This branch was established by Vishnu Vardhan. As these Chalukya rulers of East made Vengi their capital, they were known as Vengi Chalukyas. Like Vatapi and Vengi, Kalyani also had a branch of Chalukya dynasty. These Chalukyas were known as Chalukyas of Kalyani. The power of the Rashtrakuta dynasty rose when the Chalukya dynasty declined in South. Indra I is considered to be the first king of this dynasty. Govind III was the most powerful rulers of Rashtrakuta dynasty. Two states of the Yadav dynasty existed around this time in Gujarat, one Devagiri and two Dwar Samudra. The Hoysal dynasty ruled in Dwar Samudra and Devgiri was ruled by the Yadavs. Dwar Samudra was the capital of Hoysal and Devgiri, present Dolatabad, was the capital of Jadavs. After the decline of Kalyani Chalukya's empire in south, new kingdom emerged there. These include Kakatiya of Warangal also. They ruled over the land between Krishna and Kaveri rivers. Warangal was their capital. One more such important dynasty was the Pallava dynasty. This dynasty was founded by Bapadev. Their capital was at Kanchipuram. Mahendra Varman I, Narasi Varman I, and Narasimha Varman II were the important rulers of this dynasty. The region where Tanjore, Tiruchirappalli, and Pudukottai are located. Chola Mandal ruled there during the medieval period. Tanjore was their capital. Raja Raja I, Raja Dhiraj I, and Rajendra I were the important rulers of the Chola dynasty. The region where Tanjore Chola dynasty, uh, one more such ancient South Indian dynasty was Pandya. The Pandya kingdom was small, but it was a large center of trade. At the time, one of the regions which got separated from Tamil, was ruled by Chera dynasty. Another name of Chera is Kerala or Malayalam. Ayan was the first ruler of Chera dynasty and Setangavan was the best Chera ruler. Administration of Rajput era. During Rajput era, various Rajput dynasties ruled. At that time, there were changes in the ruling dynasties, but there were no change in the situation of the political dynasties. In the Rajputa era, position of the king was hereditary. It was not necessary that only the eldest son of the king could become the ruler. King used to make any one of his sons as the Yuvraj or his successor who later on became the king. There are instances which shows that people or countries used to elect or select the king of their choice. Like King Yashakar of Kashmir was chosen by a committee of Brahmins. Ministers were of two types of that time. Amayatta means minister one and secretaries. Amita's job was to negotiate and do politics, and the secretariat job was to fight and make peace. The final decision on every policy was taken by the king. At that time, the bureaucrats of the regime were holding positions like Mahapratiyar and Dandanayaka. The head of the town council was called the mayor or Nagarpati. Village institutions occupied a very important place during the Rajput rule. This institution had developed so well that Gram Panchayat remained important even at the time of the Mughals. Just like North, Gram Panchayat occupied an important places in South also. It its head was called Mukhi or Sarpanch. Another Gram Panchayat used to give judgment in many matters, yet the king was the supreme authority in judicial system of the state. Think, Panch is considered as the god of justice. Why is an oath taken in the court? Trade and commerce. There was a separate department for taking care of commerce related matters in the Rajput era. This department used to make arrangement for collection of tax over the foreign trade, decide the value of things and purchase essential commodities required in the state. Main source of tax collection was land revenue, which was one-sixth part of the production. In Rajput area, land tax was known as bhag. It is levied on land even today also. Revenue was also collected from posts, checkposts, irrigations, Stambharti or Khambat or Brigu Kacha, Bharuch ports of Gujarat were famous for foreign trade at that time. Foreign attacks on India. Muslim invaders invaded India between the 8th and the 12th century. In the 8th century, Muhammad bin Qasim attacked northwestern part of India in order to extend boundaries of the Arab kingdom. The army of Sabut Ging also invaded India, northwest part, but this invasion did not help the invaders to establish their power in India. After that, seeing abundant wealth, Sultan Muhammad Ghazni invaded India several times between 1000 AD and 1026 AD. Seeing abundant wealth there, the main reason of Muhammad Ghazni's invasion was India's abundant wealth. He kept on invading India again and again, and each time he invaded with more power. the Indians could not unite to form a powerful army. As a result, in 1026, he invaded Somnath and looted a lot of wealth. India was invaded again from the same direction where from Muhammad Ghazni attacked about 150 years after the foreign invasion. After death of Muhammad Ghazni, there were battles among them for power in Ghazni, but our rulers could not take advantage of this weakness as the power was not stable. Consequently, Shahabuddin Ghori invaded India in the late 12th century. Initially, he had to suffer some defeats, but finally he defeated Prithviraj Chauhan in the second battle of Tarai battle and established his power in Delhi. Here, your first chapter is completed. I hope you understood. We will in next class we will study second chapter of this social science subject. Thank you very much. See you in next class.